Real advent calendars have 25 entries. Bastards!
95 Pengo 50 isn't bad for a rainy Monday 3 weeks before Christmas. Did you tell that to Mr. Matichek?
Yes, I did.
And what did he say?
He said tell her not to come in that blouse anymore.
Tell him I won't.
I will.
We're talking today about Shop Around the Corner. Why? Because, much like I did last year with It's a Wonderful Life, I like to finish on Christmas Day with one of those true, like, classics, you know? So much Christmas talk about movies nowadays is about Elf, Home Alone. I don't see why. Of all the Christmas classics out there, for me, Shop Around the Corner is just, it's not even that Christmassy, you know? But it is set around Christmas and it leads right up to Christmas at the end, and it's got all these feelings about it, you know. Also, it's got Jim Stewart. I love Jim Stewart. You know, Jim Stewart, Cary Grant, but you know, as far as these kind of Christmassy classics go, Jim Stewart is the man. And it's about, well, weirdly, I gotta mention this first, because I still don't get why they did this particularly. It's set in Hungary, okay? Now, it's based on a play, I think, that was originally set in Hungary. You know, it's written by a Hungarian guy, I think. But I don't see why, you know, they got all these American actors in and stuff to play like they were Hungarians, and they have the Hungarian names, and it's all, you know. You'd hardly notice that it is actually set in Budapest. But it is, and all of their names are so, like, you know, you're kind of like, wait, what? Why are their names like that? Oh, it's in Hungary. Why? I don't see why they didn't just move it, really. But you gotta appreciate that sticking to the source material, even if you aren't casting. It doesn't matter. And it's about primarily James Stewart's character, even though he's got second billing to Margaret Sullivan on The Thing. In 1941, is this? It's crazy, right? You know, he's such a big name now, but back then, no, he got second billing. Margaret Sullivan comes into this store where James Stewart works, and she's looking for a job, and he kind of tells her, I don't think you're going to get one, and the store manager, you know, ends up giving her one because she is being more of a yes man to him than Jim Stewart is. And from there, Jim Stewart is kind of, I mean, You've Got Mail is just a remake of this. So if you know You've Got Mail, you know this, you know. Except instead of email, they're exchanging letters. She left a note in the paper, said, I'm looking for someone to exchange letters with, correspondence, and he answered, and they have these letters going back and forth, a little Dash and Lily-esque. If you're really, really modern, you should know You've Got Mail at least, come on guys. And basically, she's working in the store with him now, and neither of them know that the other one is the one that they're desperately in love with. And the whole thing is just the most delightful version of one of these there is. Yeah, I'm gonna say it, I prefer this to You've Got Mail. Just that old 1940s style of romantic comedy always gets me so much, guys. But just how good is it really? How good is it? Is it gonna end our year on a really high note for reviews? Here is my 1 minute review for the Shop Around the Corner. Obviously, I love it, okay? Obviously, I love it. If you guys don't know, like, my opinions on this kind of film, the 1940s, the romantic comedies, you know, Jim Stewart, Cary Grant, even Humphrey Bogart, not really. not really so much with the comedies for Humphrey Bogart, but it's just things like this, The Philadelphia Story, Bringing Up Baby, you know, there's so many of them, and I love them all. This one, it's especially special, partly because Christmas, gotta love Christmas, partly because it's that classic style of, oh, they've never met and yet they think they're in love with each other. And there's so many things like Dash and Lily, like You've Got Mail, that copied that style and are able to be great, because there's so many ways to do takes on this style. But for me, the original is just the best. Well, I don't know if this is the original version of this, but it is the oldest version of that kind of story that I know, and it feels like such a new, different type of thing as you watch it every time, and I love it. And I'm giving The Shop Around the Corner 89 out of 100. Bang! God damn, how many 1 minute reviews have we done this year? That is the last one. That is the last 1 minute review for the year, I think, guys. But you guys let me know what you want to see 1 minute reviewed in the new year. What kind of stuff you want. Do you want? I've been considering doing, like, viewer's choice, what I review once a week, or like a viewer or another YouTuber comes on and does like a guest 1 minute review a week. You guys let me know what you want to see in the comments.